everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're going to be making I've made this for probably 25 years. It's called cracker candy. Now that's what we call it. Y'all probably make it, a lot of people make it, but we call it cracker candy. First thing I want to do before I get started is I want to thank a couple people. I want to thank, I'm going to read this. I want to thank Cheryl Smith, and she said her sister Anna Langdon. And I don't know where they're from, but they sent me this beautiful apron. And I'm just loving it. It says, I love yins, Jesus love yins, Nan. I love it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a nice long one. It's got some good pockets in it. I just love it, girls. I appreciate you to the bottom of my heart. I was just so shocked when I got it. I knew you said you were sending something, but I just love my aprons. You know that. So I love you. I love you to death, girls, and I really appreciate it. The next thing is I want to say a big shout out to Miss Dora Seamster, Seamster. She's from Providence, North Carolina. Dora sent me a beautiful card, a beautiful get well card. I'm not going to read what's on the inside, but Dora sent me a generous gift, and I was just shocked and amazed. And God knows just what you need and when you need it. And I thank you so much, Dora. You'll never know. I'm still in shock, but I love you, honey, and I appreciate it so much. I really do. God always makes a way, don't he? Well, let's get on with this, and we're going to start out by, I've got some pecans here, and they were half pecans, and I'm just taking my rolling pin, because I'm too cheap to buy them. Not too cheap, listen to that. I like them whole, and if I want them whole, I can use them. And if I want them, if I want them chopped up, I can chop them. It's the best of both worlds. So I'm just going to take a little pan, and I'm just going to put some, not a whole lot, maybe, I don't know, there might be a fourth of a cup or less. Fourth of a cup, probably. About half a cup. About half a cup, and break up just a couple that I didn't get. I've got my oven preheated to 400. I'm just going to toast these, okay? You can toast them on top of the stove, or you can toast them in the oven. And while I'm working here, I'm going to go ahead and toast them, okay? Got to watch them. Don't want them to burn. Don't want them to burn. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put my rolling pin up. And I took this is a cookie sheet, and I guess you could use parchment paper. I have aluminum foil. I've always used aluminum foil because I don't want to mess up my pan. It's harder to clean. And I just line this cookie sheet with aluminum foil. Push it right up in the corners because you're going to need all this room, okay? Like I said, y'all have probably made this before. I'll never forget, I asked somebody one time for the recipe. We had it at a picnic or something one time, and I asked somebody for the recipe, and they informed me they didn't give out recipes. So I thought I'm going to look through my cookbooks until I absolutely find that recipe. And the girl that I worked with, we used to have a Christian gift and bookstore. And it was called the Mustard Seed. And Tammy told me one time, she said, I think Mamaw makes that recipe. So Mamaw had the recipe, praise God. So we've made it ever since before 2000, the year 2000. Love this. My kids always loved it. You need 40 saltine crackers. That's one packet of, and you want to push them. I want it to where you can see. You want to push them right up next to each other, okay? There's something about the sweet and the salty together that just makes a great. I know y'all don't want to watch me finish this up, so I'll hurry right back. I used 40. I have 40, and it took one whole sleeve. Excuse me, one whole sleeve of saltine crackers, and it took a little extra piece there, and it took just a couple out of a second sleeve. I think they have stopped putting 40 in a sleeve, is what I think, because there wasn't 40 in that one. There was about 30, I think 34, 35, something like that. So I went ahead and I wanted to show you. You see how there's a little place through here on my pan? My pan's just a little bit wider than what I needed it. So I went ahead and pulled my aluminum foil up, because I want it to them stay together. Because when you put the stuff over top of it, sometimes it'll make the saltines want to float. So we don't want that to happen, okay? So I tried to push it up the best I could to keep them real good and tight together. So, next, we're going to the stove. I'm going to put in 2 sticks of butter. My butter happens to be unsalted. I've used both. It's no big deal. I've used both. And we're going to melt that, and I'm going to put in 1 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to let that melt just a minute before I put that in. Our butter is melting. You can see me splatter it up out of there. It's melting. I'm going to go ahead and put the one cup of packed brown sugar. I use light brown sugar, but you can use whatever, you know, if you want to use dark brown and you want a richer caramel flavor, you can do that. The dark brown sugar makes it a little bit more, oh, I'm sorry. Moving this thing this morning, I'm telling you, something else. So, once this gets to melted and everything, then we're going to let it boil for 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes. I want to thank y'all, all the well-wishers, all the people that have sent me cards. You know who you are. I just thank you so much, the beautiful cards and all the wonderful words that you say to me. I appreciate it. It makes up for any evil that's done, and I just want to praise God for it and thank God for you all today. I want to tell you, I've got some stuff coming up this weekend. This is going to be Memorial Day weekend, and this will be the very first 1-year anniversary for Nan, Farm Cooking with Nan. So, just wanted to let y'all know that we're going to do what we're doing on Monday. We're doing it. Our family's doing a going away party for my grandson. He's going to Ohio State to college. Bryson is going away. So we're going to have a get together on Monday for him. Okay, it's starting to boil. We're going to time it for 3 minutes exactly. My old cookbook, hang on a minute. My old family cookbook. Instead of jerking y'all back and forth, I'll try to do it right here. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. I don't know. You want to stir constantly. You don't want this to burn. You don't want it to stick. Don't want it to burn or scorch. We're going to put it in a preheated oven, 400 degrees. Like I said, I know y'all probably made this. Let's see, it's getting close. Hang on a minute. try to make more room so y'all can see what's going on. Let me back you up a little bit. Got a minute more. You want to pour this on, and you want to, uh-oh, check out the cabinet there. It went to sliding on me, didn't it? I'm sorry. Got a little less than a minute here. Starting to get thick. We're going to pour this on there, and then we're going to force it with our spatula or spoon, the back of your spoon. We're going to force it over all the crackers, okay? Well, I'm thinking I better check. Uh-oh. Okay, let me turn that off. And I'm going to pour this over my saltines. Okay, let's go. We're in this. You want to get it all the way in the corners. All the way to the edges. You want to make sure, and if it goes over top of your edges, that's all right. It just slides in beside your saltines. See, that little bit of raising that lip up there with that full kept it from me, it kept it right on where it needed to go. It kept it right in the area that it needed to go. Whew. That is hot from being close to that eye. I usually do this on the counter, but I just knew I wouldn't have time for you all to get y'all over there and get it spread out before it cooled. Okay, now get ready to check my, get my, I'm gonna leave those just a minute more and we'll be back. Just got my toasted pecans out of there. I'm gonna set them to the side and let them cool. Okay, let me set them on something. Then I've got my oven, like I said again, I've got it preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put it in there for about 5 minutes. Let's get this out of the oven. Looks nice and bubbly. Ooh, that's hot. See how bubbly that is? Now I took 6 ounces of semi-sweet chips, and I took 6 ounces of milk chocolate, because I don't like all, and I mixed and mixed and mixed so I wouldn't be pouring all of them out in one place. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me grab a spatula. Don't know which one I'm going to need, so I usually just take the back of a spoon. You just give these a minute or two and they start to melt. Just give them a minute or two and let them start to melt, and then just spread them all over. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. I know y'all don't want to wait on them to melt, so I'll be back. Let's try to smooth these out. My spatula just wasn't going to work. They're still melting. They're still melting. I'm just going to tell you that. But my spatula wasn't really going to work. If I have to pop them back in the oven just for a minute or so and let that melt just a little bit more, that's all right. And that's what I think I'm going to do. probably going to be fine to leave these out, but that's just something I'm going to do just for about 30 seconds or a minute and be right back out, okay? Okay, we got the chocolate melted on there. I'm going to say again, this recipe calls for semi-sweet morsels. But they don't really want to melt real good together. I know that sounds crazy. Mine didn't want to today. But now we're going to put this, sprinkle the pecans. You don't have to put a nut on there. You don't have to put any nuts on there. Put these on there, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, and I'm going to let it set till it cools. It shouldn't take but just a few minutes. It stayed in the oven 5 minutes. I was going to tell you that. It stayed in the oven 5 minutes, got nice and bubbly, and then I took it out and put my chocolate chips on there. It's even better if you use those little miniature chocolate chips. It's even better when you use those because they melt faster. Okay? Be back. We're back. Whew. You can, if you need it done fast, you can always pop it in your freezer. You need a good airtight container. And sometimes your aluminum foil or whatever will sort of stick to it. You just peel it off. Look at here. This is all you do, is break it into pieces. So good. Big pieces, small pieces, however, whatever's good for your family. If you have a bunch of little kids and you don't want them to have big pieces, this is going to be great for your Memorial Day picnic, outdoors, indoors, when you're having family gatherings. You get so much from this. See, something gets on there. That's just where that little bit of, it's just where that little bit of brown sugar and butter, it makes caramel. I'll get it out here in a minute. It's just where that caramel is, has just, as you've never made this, you're gonna love it. Do you like caramel? Just make sure you put it in an airtight container. Woo. It might take a couple. I'm gonna have to get another one. But this is something that goes a long way when you're feeding, when you're feeding a crowd or whatever. I know I've been a little late coming on today or getting this done today. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me. There's days that I can't hardly get her done. So I'm gonna pop that on there and grab another one and just pack these in there. And look, I mean, you got enough for to feed a whole crowd. And it's so simple and really inexpensive. All you have in it, I'm going to go back over it again. All you have in this is about 40 saltine crackers. And please, don't ask me, can I use a different kind of cracker? I don't know. I've always used saltines. I've never used any other kind of cracker. So I can't answer you there. But just, you got 40 crackers. You've got 12 ounces, which is a bag of either semi-sweet chocolate or milk chocolate. You've got two sticks of butter. You've got 1 cup of packed brown sugar. You've got, that's about it. You've got your saltines, you've got your butter, you've got your brown sugar that you melt and put over the top. Then you've got your chocolate morsels and your nuts. You know, I put almonds, not almonds, but I put pecans on mine, toasted pecans. If you've never made it, you're going to love it. And if you've made it before, make it again. You're going to love it. So, I'm going to eat all the little crumbs off of here. Just put it in the refrigerator whenever you get it put together. And let it, or I pop mine in the freezer for a few minutes and let it freeze. I'm getting ready to post this video on today. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you have a blessed Memorial Day. Like I said, we're going to be celebrating and doing a little going away party for my grandson Bryson. He's going to be leaving and going to Ohio State this summer. So it's a graduation and a going away party. And then we're going to, it's my 1 year anniversary, the 29th of this month. 1 year, I'll have started Farm Cooking with Nan. God had a reason, and I don't know how many lives he's touched this year, but he knows. And also I got a birthday coming up, June the 10th, so we're probably going to do everything at once, okay? I love y'all. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Remember what it's about. I want to thank all the veterans out there that gave all, and some gave all, and some just gave. And I want to thank y'all for going in my place. I want to thank you for giving your family members and giving your life to so that we didn't have to go. I thank you for protecting the United States of America. I love you all. Please don't forget to pray for all the people that's suffering right now and having hard times. Please remember them and remember these children's families that in Texas. We've already talked about that before, and remember them and pray for them. Pray for that community. And just enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And don't forget the Lord, okay? He loves yous an awful bunch. And I love yous too, okay? Thank y'all for my apron. And thank you, Dora, for my special gift you sent me. I love yous. Love yous to the bone. And I'll see yous, Lord willing, in a few days, okay? I might not be on here on Monday. If we're having all that celebration thing, I might video a little bit during that, but sometimes they don't want me to, so I'll just play it by ear and see what happens, okay? I love yous. See yous next time. Bye-bye.